Chosen one, God brings a major revelation for you this morning. Stay ready. This morning is not like every other morning. There is something sacred rising with the light. A quiet whisper from heaven, breaking through the stillness of your heart, telling you to stay right here and listen. This is not the kind of message you scroll past or hear in passing. This is the kind that shifts things deep within your spirit. God is bringing you a major revelation, and it's not by accident that you're hearing this now. This is for you. Yes, you. So, don't move, don't blink away. Your heart has waited for this moment, and now heaven is speaking directly to you. Type 1010 if you agree. There are mornings when the sky seems to hold something different, as though the air itself has been touched by God's hand. This is one of those mornings. This is the kind of morning where angels gather close, and the Lord leans in to reveal a piece of his heart to his beloved. You are that beloved. You are the chosen one. And the revelation he is bringing to you today will begin to make sense of the ache you've carried, the silence you've endured, the prayers you've whispered with trembling hands and teary eyes. Heaven has heard. God wants you to know that nothing you've faced has been wasted. Every delay, every pain, every lonely moment was not in vain. Even when you thought you were forgotten, heaven had you surrounded. Even when you felt abandoned, God's eyes were on you. The journey hasn't been easy, but it has been sacred. Because while the world saw your struggle, God saw your strength. While others overlooked you, God was writing a story around your name. This morning, he speaks clearly. He says, stay ready. Not because something terrifying is coming, but because something sacred is on its way. A shift, a divine unveiling. The kind of revelation that doesn't just give clarity, it gives freedom. And you're right at the edge of it. God has been preparing you in ways you didn't even realize. That's why things felt so heavy lately. That's why some days felt like a battle and others felt like silence. Because the weight of the revelation he is giving you now could not rest on unsteady shoulders. You've been made steady in the storm. You've been stretched, molded, refined, and even broken in some places, but not to hurt you, only to make room for what's coming. Type Amen if you believe. This morning is a line in the sand. Behind you is every sleepless night and broken season. Ahead of you is what God has been holding back until you were ready. And now you are. The door he is about to open cannot be forced. It cannot be manipulated. It cannot be stolen by the enemy or delayed by the doubt of others. This is a door made only for you. What's behind it belongs to you. But to walk through it, you must stay close to him. You must stay soft-hearted, even when the world tries to harden you. You must stay hopeful, even when your eyes can't yet see it. Because the revelation he brings will not come through logic. It will come through faith. It will rise like a light inside you, quiet at first, and then louder, brighter, stronger, until it consumes every part of you that once wondered if God still sees you. He does. You've been set apart for something specific. You've been chosen to carry a revelation that's not just for you, but through you. Others will be blessed because you stayed faithful. Doors will open for others because you stayed humble. Lives will be changed because you said yes when it would have been easier to walk away. And God has seen every bit of it, every unseen moment, every whispered surrender, every tear on your pillow. And now, he honors it. He does not forget those who walk with him in secret. He does not abandon the ones who cling to him when nothing makes sense. He remembers, he restores, and he reveals. This morning, he is revealing something that will not just give you peace, it will give you purpose. Stay ready, not in fear, but in trust. Stay ready, not in panic, but in praise. Because the morning of revelation is not a moment to dread, it's the moment heaven shifts things in your favor. It's the moment your spirit starts to breathe differently. The moment your steps become clearer, your burden becomes lighter, and your faith becomes fire. Type 222 to claim miracles. So breathe deeply, chosen one. God is not late. He is precise. He is intentional. And right now, He is moving, even in what feels quiet, even in what looks ordinary. Don't underestimate what this moment holds. You're not waiting for something distant anymore. It has arrived, and it's wrapped in revelation. God has marked this season for something deep and personal, not for performance, not for public display, but for true transformation. You're not being pulled into the spotlight. You're being drawn into the secret place. Because that's where the revelation becomes real. That's where it becomes yours. He knows how long you've carried questions. He knows the places in your heart where you've needed clarity, healing, and peace. And today, He's meeting you right there in the middle of your silent battles, your private pain, your unseen efforts to hold on when everything was telling you to let go. He wants you to know this. You've been doing better than you think. The pressure you've felt lately isn't proof of failure. It's proof that something is birthing. That pressure is part of your process. Just like seeds break open in the soil before they rise, you've been breaking open in places no one else sees. And what's about to rise from that place will bring glory to God in ways you cannot even imagine yet. What if wealth was always influenced by a hidden brain signal, buried in classified files, and never fully explained to the public? This frequency is now opening new pathways, attracting opportunities, and transforming lives faster than expected. Thousands are already using it to draw wealth like never before. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate the money-attracting brainwave today. You've been wondering why certain things didn't work out, why certain people walked away, why doors you prayed for never opened. And here's what God is whispering now. I was protecting the promise I placed in you. You thought it was rejection, but it was redirection. You thought it was a delay, but it was divine protection. You thought you were being left behind, but you were being set apart. He knows the weight of what He's preparing you to carry, and He would never allow anything or anyone to mishandle the sacred. There is something special on your life, and heaven takes it seriously. You've been chosen, not just to receive blessing, but to become a vessel, a carrier of healing, a light in places that have known only darkness. That's why your journey looked different. That's why your walk has been lonely at times, because you weren't being led like everyone else. You were being trained by the hand of God Himself, and He has never once taken His eyes off of you. The pain didn't break you, it shaped you. The silence didn't mean absence, it meant preparation. The waiting wasn't punishment, it was alignment. And now, you are entering the very space God has been shaping you for all along. The revelation He is pouring into you this season is not just for encouragement, it's for activation. You're about to walk in things you once only dreamed about. You're about to see what faith really produces when it's held with trembling hands but unshaken hope. Type 1111 if you trust in God. Stay ready. That whisper from heaven will continue to grow louder in your life. You'll feel it in conversations. You'll hear it in moments of stillness. You'll recognize it in your choices, your relationships, your steps forward. Because God is not only speaking to your heart, He's guiding your path. One confirmation at a time, one open door at a time, one gentle nudge at a time. You're not going to miss it. You're not going to fail. You're not going to be forgotten. The same God who brought you this far is the same God who's about to show you why it all mattered. He is faithful. Even when you couldn't see it, even when you doubted yourself, even when you wondered if you heard him right, his plans didn't change, his promises didn't shift, his love never paused. It carried you. The revelation he brings to you this morning is only the beginning. More is coming. A deeper understanding, a greater peace, a fresh fire in your spirit. This isn't just a moment. It's a movement of grace, designed with your name on it. You were never overlooked. You were being watched over. You were never behind. You were being brought into divine timing. Don't rush ahead. Don't try to figure it all out. Don't let fear trick you into backing down. Stay steady, stay soft, stay with him. This is your season of sacred unfolding. And it's happening even now, in the quiet places, in the stillness of your morning, in the gentle nudges of God's voice calling you forward. You are not standing in the same place spiritually as you were before. Something has grown inside you, a deeper kind of faith, a quieter strength, a steadier hope. And though others may not understand what's happening in you, God does. He's the one who's been walking with you through it all. And now, he's calling you to lift your head, not because your journey is done, but because your spirit is about to rise into the reason you were chosen. This morning is not just a message. It's a moment, a sacred line where your obedience meets his fulfillment. You've held on long enough in the waiting. You've endured the refining, even when you didn't understand the process. That kind of faith does not go unnoticed by heaven. God has seen every time you chose grace over anger, every time you stayed when you felt like giving up, every time you whispered his name, even when your soul was weary. These things echo in eternity. You have been tested, not to break you, but to reveal you, to show you what's been hidden inside you all along. The resilience, the compassion, the loyalty to God's voice. These are not small things. These are the marks of someone who is being called into greater. These are the signs of a chosen one. Not chosen because you were perfect, but because you said yes when it cost you everything. Because you remained available to God even when the world pulled you away. The revelation he brings to you now is tied to your future. This is not just about healing your past, it's about awakening your purpose. There is a calling on your life that cannot be ignored anymore. You've been feeling it in your spirit. You've sensed the tug, the shift, that quiet knowing that God is doing something new. And he is. He's doing it right now, right here. In the very middle of your ordinary morning, heaven is opening something extraordinary. Type yes to affirm. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. Everything that has happened has shaped you into the one who is ready. This revelation is not a surprise to God. It is the appointed time he has been preparing you for, and it is coming with clarity, peace, and power. You won't need to force it. You won't need to chase it. What's meant for you will recognize you when you step into it with faith. There is no need to fear the unknown anymore. What's ahead of you is being prepared by hands far greater than your own. And those same hands are holding you now. God never needed you to be perfect. He only needed you to be present. And you've stayed. Even when it was dark, even when the voices of doubt tried to drown out the truth, you stayed. And because you stayed, you're about to see what few ever get to witness what God does with a surrendered heart. Deep within your brain lies a small area connected to wealth and achievement, once buried in restricted studies and classified files. This newly uncovered frequency is helping people replace financial strain with ease and God has guided you to see this message right now. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. Don't look back anymore. Don't question why it took this long. Don't let the weight of old disappointments cloud what's being revealed to you now. This is not a repeat of the past. This is not another delay. This is not the same cycle. This is breakthrough. And it's holy. It's fresh. It's real. And it's yours. There is a grace falling on your life today to receive what you could not have carried before. A wisdom that's being planted in you. A clarity that will silence your confusion. A joy that will lift the heaviness off your spirit. This is not about hype. This is about heaven releasing exactly what you need at exactly the right time. Chosen one, you've been faithful in the fire. And now you're stepping into favor. Not because you chased it, but because you honored God when no one was watching. Not because you had it all figured out, but because you leaned on Him when everything felt uncertain. That kind of trust moves mountains. That kind of surrender opens heaven. Let your heart receive this. Let your spirit rest in it. You don't have to carry it all anymore. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to explain your journey to anyone. The revelation God is giving you will speak for itself. It will show up in your peace. It will echo in your decisions. It will shine in your presence, not because you made it happen, but because God chose this moment to bring it to life. You're walking into a divine turning point, even if your surroundings still look the same. Something eternal has shifted. You may not feel it with your hands yet, but your spirit knows. It's the quiet peace that's been rising inside of you. It's the deeper breath you've been able to take. It's the sudden clarity in moments that used to feel confusing. That's not coincidence. That's confirmation. You're entering the space where the revelation of God begins to settle into reality. Slowly, gently, powerfully. Type 1919 to receive miracles. You've been asking God for direction, for signs, for peace. And He's been answering all along, just not always in the way you expected. The closed doors were answers. The heavy pauses were answers. Even the detours were part of the plan. Because God doesn't just give answers, He gives alignment. He shapes the heart before He opens the way. And now, the shaping season is giving way to a revealing season. What's been hidden is coming to light. What's been heavy is being lifted. What's been unclear is becoming simple. You're not lost. You're being led. You are the chosen one, not because you always felt strong, but because you kept going when you felt weak. Because you trusted Him in the silence. Because you didn't run when the process got hard. You stayed when no one clapped for your faith. You prayed when no one saw your tears. And those unseen moments have become a fragrance in heaven, a trail of faith that God is now honoring in ways beyond your imagination. You were never overlooked. God is speaking something new into your life now, and it's not just about restoration. It's about renewal, a new way of walking, a new way of thinking, a new way of carrying yourself with peace that surpasses understanding. You are not who you used to be. The old fears, the old mindsets, the old wounds, they've lost their grip. Because the revelation God gives doesn't just inform you, it transforms you. It touches the root. It heals the hidden. It revives what felt dead. You've seen glimpses before, brief moments of peace, hints of purpose. But now, you're stepping into something more constant, more steady. God is establishing you. He's anchoring your soul, not in circumstances, but in His presence. So even if the storm rages around you, you will not be shaken, because you finally understand that your security is not in the outcome, it's in Him. Type 555 if you're ready for peace. God is not just changing what's around you. He's changing what's within you. That quiet confidence you've been carrying is evidence of His hand. That calm in your chest, that's not you pretending to be okay. That's grace. That's the Holy Spirit confirming that you are not alone in this. You never have been. You've been surrounded, covered, led, and protected, especially in the moments you felt most vulnerable. Chosen one, the revelation God is bringing to you now is not only personal, it's purposeful. It's meant to lead you into impact. You are not just being blessed for yourself, you're being positioned to be a blessing, to break generational chains, to carry hope into dark places, to remind others through your own story that God still speaks, that God still restores, that God still reveals. Your life is not random. It's been orchestrated. Every delay, every detour, every redirection. You've walked through what you've walked through not because you were forgotten, but because you were being prepared to carry something others cannot. You've been given eyes that see differently, a heart that feels deeper, a spirit that hears Him clearer. And that's why this moment matters. Stay soft, even when life feels hard. Stay kind, even when others are cruel. Stay faithful, even when you don't understand, because the revelation unfolding in your life will bear fruit that stretches far beyond what you see right now. You're not just walking into favor, you're walking into fulfillment, and it's holy. There is no pressure on you to perform for this. You don't have to earn what's already been written. You don't have to beg for what's already been promised. God doesn't tease His children with hope. He fulfills it in His perfect time. And right now, heaven is confirming that your time is closer than it's ever been. Not because you rushed ahead, but because you waited. You listened. You allowed God to do the deep work. And now the deep is calling to the deep. He is drawing you into a season of release, releasing the weight of trying to be strong all the time, releasing the fear of missing your moment, releasing the grip of things you were never meant to carry. You are free now to walk in what is yours. No shame, no hesitation, no apology, just grace, just peace, just purpose. A 7-second brainwave technique, once reserved for select groups and hidden in classified files, has now been released to the public, and many describe it as the 30-second miracle. Experts say it awakens a dormant brain center linked to wealth and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it's taken down again from the internet. You've stepped into something sacred. It may still feel quiet. It may still feel slow. But don't confuse quiet with empty, and don't confuse slow with forgotten. God moves differently when something holy is being formed. This isn't about what you can see yet. This is about what you can feel deep in your spirit. That sense of change, that stillness that feels full instead of hollow, that gentle awareness that something good is beginning, even if it hasn't fully arrived yet. That's revelation. And it's alive in you. Type 333 if you're ready for your breakthrough. God is still speaking, and His message is steady. Stay ready. Not in panic, not in doubt, but in peace. You've asked for healing, and God is doing more than healing the surface. He's going into the depths, into the places you haven't shown anyone, into the fears you've never spoken out loud, into the memories that still make your chest tighten. And with a whisper, He's softening them. He's transforming them. Because the revelation He's giving you is one that brings wholeness, not just answers. You are not being rushed, you're being renewed. The pace of God is not random. The way He moves in your life has purpose, timing, and grace. You may look around and see others receiving their blessings quickly. You may wonder why your door hasn't opened yet. But the truth is, God has been building something in you that can't be rushed. Some blessings are wrapped in preparation. Some breakthroughs require roots to go deeper first. And God, in His perfect wisdom, has been making sure your roots could hold the weight of what's coming. You don't want a temporary miracle, you want a lasting transformation. And that's what God is giving you. The delay wasn't denial, it was protection, it was training, it was grace. While you were waiting, you were learning. While you were hurting, you were growing. While you were silent, heaven was speaking over you. And now, those silent seeds are beginning to bloom. The shift won't always be loud. It will be subtle at first, like a breath of fresh air, like peace after the storm, like clarity after confusion. And then suddenly, you'll look up and realize everything changed because you did. Type 888 if you believe this is your shift. You are being brought into alignment, not with the world's timing, but with God's divine timing. You are not chasing anything anymore. You are attracting what belongs to you through your obedience, through your faith, through your rest in Him. You've stopped striving for what you used to beg for. You're not pleading anymore. You're standing. You're trusting. And that is when things begin to happen. This revelation is not about doing more. It's about becoming more. Becoming more peaceful, more faithful, more confident in who God says you are, more steady in moments that once shook you, more secure in your worth, not because of what you've done, but because of who you belong to. You've matured in the quiet, you've flourished in the unseen, and now you're stepping into the visible fruit of that hidden obedience. God is lifting the fog from your path. He's not just giving you hope, He's giving you vision. The kind of vision that knows where to step next, the kind of vision that's not controlled by fear, the kind of vision that sees beyond what eyes can see. You won't be walking blindly anymore. You'll be walking with clarity, with grace, with a calm strength that lets the world know you've been with God. There is a fire inside you that hasn't gone out. It may have dimmed, it may have flickered, but it never died. That fire is being fanned right now. God is breathing on it, stirring it back to life, and it's about to burn brighter than it ever has. Not for show, but for purpose, for impact, for the calling that has always lived inside you. You are not being overlooked. You are being positioned. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. You are not being delayed. You are being developed. And you are not alone. Heaven is close, closer than your next breath. And the more you lean into that nearness, the more you'll begin to feel the shift, not outside of you, but within you. Because when God reveals something to your heart, He starts by changing the atmosphere inside of you first. Let Him change the way you think about yourself. Let Him change the way you carry your past. Let Him change the way you see your future. Because He's not only revealing His plans, He's revealing your identity. You are not broken. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are chosen. You are whole. You are His. Some moments don't come with loud sounds or flashing signs. They come quietly, like soft light through the window, like the stillness after a storm. That's the kind of moment you're in now. A holy, silent shift. One where God isn't asking you to strive, He's asking you to receive. One where His presence is not loud but deep. And in that depth, He's pouring out a revelation that will reshape how you see everything. Type 666 if you feel God pulling you closer. You've carried a lot to get here. The weight of things you never told anyone. The disappointment you buried under your smile. The hope you tried to hold on to even when everything inside of you was breaking. God saw all of it. And He didn't look away. In fact, those moments are why He's here now, meeting you in this still place. Because the parts of you that the world ignored are the very parts He treasures most. He's not coming to fix you. He's coming to remind you you were never broken beyond repair. You were being made new. This morning, as His revelation continues to unfold, He wants to speak to that quiet ache inside of you, the part of you that still wonders if your story matters, the part that questions if you'll ever truly be free from the pain. And He's saying, yes, you will, because I am here, and I never left. A little-known 7-second morning practice once kept within CIA documents is making its way back into public view, and people are already reporting fast financial shifts. It takes only seconds to complete, yet it stimulates a dormant wealth center in the brain that most people never access. Click the link in the description and comments now to check it out before it's gone. Let that sink in. God has never left your side. Even when you felt abandoned, even when your prayers felt unanswered, even when everything felt out of control, He was there. Not watching from a distance, but holding you together in ways you couldn't see. That's why you're still standing. Not because everything worked out how you wanted, but because grace carried you when nothing else could. Type 444 if you're grateful for grace. This is not just a message of comfort. It's a message of preparation. God is preparing you for something that will require a healed heart, not a hardened one. That's why He's bringing up old wounds not to hurt you, but to free you. You cannot carry bitterness into the places He's taking you. You cannot carry fear into the spaces where your faith will be needed most. He is cleaning the inside of the cup. He is restoring the softness of your soul. Let the tears come if they need to. Let the memories rise if they must. God is safe. He's not overwhelmed by your story. He's not tired of your prayers. He's not disappointed in your weakness. He delights in showing you that even the things you thought were lost forever can be made new in His hands. This revelation is about renewal. Not a restart that erases your past, but a resurrection that gives it meaning. The pain had a purpose. The weight was a lesson. The silence was a sanctuary. And now, God is gathering all those pieces and breathing life into them, not to return you to who you were before, but to reveal who you've become in Him. Chosen one, you have changed. You may not notice it yet, but the way you listen is deeper now. The way you trust is more real. The way you pray has weight to it, and heaven sees it. That's why the enemy fought so hard to keep you stuck in yesterday. Because he knew today was coming. A day when you'd step into revelation, not with fear, but with courage. This is not the time to look back. This is the time to stand up, to stretch out your faith, to speak life into your days, to expect good things, not as a wish, but as a promise. You are not waiting for God to notice you. He already has. You are not hoping for permission. He already gave it. Walk in it. You don't need everything figured out.